Have you ever lain awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if your savings will carry you through the rest of your life? I have. It's a fear many of us share but rarely talk about out loud. We spend decades working, saving, and hoping. We've done enough. But then retirement hits, and suddenly the comfort of a paycheck disappears, while the cost of living just keeps rising. It hit me like a brick wall when I turned 67. No more monthly income. No clear map, just a big question hanging over my head. What if I outlive my savings? That fear nearly consumed me until I made 6 powerful changes that completely shifted my mindset and brought peace back into my life. These are not get-rich-quick schemes. These are real, practical habits that gave me clarity, confidence, and yes, a sense of calm. So if you've ever worried about running out of money in your later years, stay with me. Because peace of mind is not just possible, it's closer than you think. I stopped ignoring the numbers. For years, I was guilty of the "I'll check later" habit. I would peek at my bank account, glance at my pension letter, and then change the subject. One afternoon, my niece, a financial planner, sat down with me and said, "You cannot control your money until you know exactly where it stands." Together, we made a simple spreadsheet: monthly expenses, incoming pension, savings, insurance, emergency funds. What I feared would be overwhelming turned out to be freeing. Why it helped? Fear grows in the unknown. Clarity kills anxiety. When I saw the actual numbers, I realized I had more breathing room than I thought. And where I did fall short, I had time to adjust. I downsized before I was forced. My home was filled with memories, but it was also filled with costs, property tax, utilities, repairs I could no longer handle. The thought of selling felt like failure, but I made a hard decision. I sold the house and moved into a cozy condo 2 towns over. No stairs, no leaking roof, no surprise plumbing. Bills. What I gained wasn't just money, it was peace. Real story, my friend Carol waited too long. At 75, she had a medical scare and had to sell quickly. At a loss. She told me, "I wish I had done it on my terms." Why it helped? Downsizing cut my monthly expenses in half, and emotionally, it made me feel in control, not trapped by a building, but supported by a home that fit my current life. I got real about wants versus needs. I used to buy things to fill space. Another jacket, a kitchen gadget, an extra cable subscription. Then I asked myself one morning, do I want this or do I need it? So I created 2 lists. On the wants side, expensive coffee, impulse shopping, holiday souvenirs. On the needs side, food, meds, rent, health. Guess what? My monthly spending dropped by nearly 30%. Why it helped? Living with less gave me more room to breathe financially and emotionally. I found joy in simplicity, gratitude in what I already had, and no longer felt pressured to keep up with anyone. I started earning. Just a bit extra at 68. I thought my working days were behind me. But one day I started babysitting my neighbor's dog while she worked the late shift. She insisted on paying me. That sparked something. Now I walk dogs 3 mornings a week and do part-time tutoring online. Nothing heavy, just a few hours. I call it my comfort income. It doesn't replace my savings, but it gives me a cushion and a sense of purpose. Real. Story. I met a man named James at the library. He fixes bicycles from his garage twice a month. His income? $400 a month, just enough to cover his groceries. Why it helped? Having a tiny trickle of income made a huge difference, not just in my wallet, but in my confidence. I learned to say no to financial guilt. This one might be the hardest. For years, I said yes to every money request from family, bailing out a cousin, helping a grown child, covering for others' poor planning. Until one night, I looked at my shrinking savings and asked, who's going to help me when the time comes? That was the day I stopped giving out money I could not afford to lose. It was not easy, but it was necessary. Why it helped? I set boundaries. I still support my family, but within reason. And guess what? They understood. Protecting your financial health is not selfish. It is responsible. I talked to a financial coach without shame. I always thought financial advisors were only for wealthy people. But I found a nonprofit near me that offered free financial coaching for seniors. I met with someone once a month for 3 sessions. No sales pitch, no judgment, just honest help. She helped me build a simple monthly plan. We went over my medical insurance, tax deductions, long-term care options. One session gave me more peace than 5 years of guessing. Why? It helped. You do not need to know everything. You just need to ask the right people. Guidance is a form of self-respect. If you are afraid you will outlive your savings, you are not alone. But fear does not have to run your life. Clarity, boundaries, and small changes add up. You do not need a $1 million plan. You just need to take small, calm steps that put you back in control. So here are my questions for you. What part of retirement planning has you most worried right now? Have you taken any steps that gave you peace of mind? What is one want you could turn into a need starting today? Share your story in the comments. Let us learn from each other. Let us support one another in this chapter of life. And if this video gave you hope or a little calm in the storm, please like, share, and subscribe. We are building a community of support and wisdom for everyone walking this road together. I will leave you with this quote. Money is a tool, not a measure of your worth. Use it wisely, and you can build a life that feels rich, even on a small budget. Thanks for spending your time with me. Take care of your heart and your wallet.